Nintendo GameCube.
Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are answering the question, is the GameCube worth buying today? The GameCube was first announced in May 1999 to the successor of the Nintendo 64. It finally came out in September of 2001. The GameCube was one of a kind console with an inquired shape and a handle to carry it with, which neither the Xbox or PS2 had, which was its main competitors. Of course, all the other consoles you found at the time were a lot bigger and wider, while this was just a square, and it was also as powerful and maybe more powerful than some of the consoles around then. The GameCube had over 661 games released for it, which includes Metroid Prime, Resident Evil 4, Super Smash Bros. Melee, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Taker, and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Another interesting design part of the GameCube is that instead of having numbers for each player number on the slot where you plug in the controller, it used dots which were carved into the design to tell you. It also had a very original shape controller, which also increased the difficulty of the game if you came from playing other consoles, since the buttons were in a lot of different places and made it a lot more difficult to use, while all the other game controllers were very similar and you could go from one to the other without much issue. Sadly, the GameCube stopped production in 2007 after selling 21.77 million units, which is a lot less than the PS2 did. This was 1 year after the Wii, its successor, was launched. The GameCube was a very interesting console and caused another big jump in the gaming community. Even the operating system was different to its competitors. It was very different, and it helped bring the gaming community to what it is, as all of Nintendo's consoles have. It was the only console out of the PS2 and Xbox to allow its successor, also known as the Wii, play most of its games via backwards compatibility. Nintendo has every single time they release a console changed it massively to make it inquire, and are only one of the game companies to do this, making them much different than what you usually see. And another reason why this was also quite popular is because Nintendo has been around for so long and were probably one of the first companies to make a proper games console at home. If I'm not mistaken, they were actually the first with the Nintendo 64. I may be wrong, but yeah, let me know in the comments if I am. The GameCube came with a 128-bit IBM Gecko CPU at 485 MHz, 40 MB of total system memory, and a 4 MB GPU, which to be for that time was pretty good. That was more than, 2001 computer-wise, okay, but at around that time, and for console, that was a very impressive. The GameCube originally was retailed for $199, which is £129, which was $100 cheaper than the PS2 or Xbox, making it obviously the cheapest solution for anyone. I think that's why it also sold so many copies at the beginning, because the fact that people are like, oh, that's cheaper and it's got lots of games, let's buy that for our children instead, which makes sense. Also, it still had a wide range of games of 661. Not as many as the PS2 or the Xbox, but that's still a lot. Averagely now you can see them at the price of £35 or $46. That's not bad for what it started at, however, I don't think it's worth that. So now we now know a lot of facts about it, but do I recommend you buy one? No, I don't. Sure, the Nintendo GameCube was a very interesting console, but it was no way as good as the PS2. If you have one of them, of course, keep it. They could probably become collectible in a long time, and they're still fun to use, but I wouldn't myself buy one for more than £10, and you also need a wide range of games to enjoy it. This is because, well, I've been using this one, and it's just, I don't like it. I don't like the controls, but maybe that's because I'm just love PlayStation, you know. For its time, sure, it was different, and it was a great solution, just like the Nintendo Switches and just like the Nintendo Wii is. You know, they were all different and they were popular, but as usual, the main competitors keep the market. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to leave feedback in the comments and suggestions for future videos. Take care.